Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, looking to ready some rabble and wreck the ruins until they truly live up to their name. Down in the darkened depths of Perfidious Manor, in Darkest Dungeon. Is that a thing you can do? Can you actually ruin a ruin? I mean, it's already a ruin. Hasn't technically it been as ruined as possible? I'm not sure. I'm thinking of a scenario. I'm trying to imagine, how could I possibly ruin a ruin? And what I see myself in Greece at the Acropolis with a rocket launcher, just wandering around blowing the bejesus out of some of mankind's greatest architecture and reducing it to a pile of rubble. I would say then that we had then ruined the historical ruin. I mean, it was already kind of busted and broken down, but when we were done with it, it wasn't even a ruin anymore. It was just rubble. Is that what rubble is? A ruined ruin? I don't know. I guess we'd have to ask Ted McGinley, because that guy could ruin any, and did ruin, any television show he was ever in. He would know a thing or two about ruin. We should ask him. Also, you wonder if Ted McGinley has ever, do you think he's ever been to the Acropolis? And if he is, do you think, is that how it got that way in the first place? Because everything was fine until they cast Ted McGinley as, like, Plato. He's like, hi, tonight the part of Plato will be played by Ted McGinley. And television just said, well, nope, that's it. He's television poison. We're done. I'm checking out on this. That's how it goes down in my head. Like Sophocles wrote a play, and he's like, we really got to get Ted McGinley in this. And McGinley showed up, and that was it, the fall of the Grecian Empire. Be like, yeah, the Athenians, they were doing really good. They were high on the hog, the greatest city-state. Then Ted McGinley got cast as Plato in a play. Now that's it. The Republic has fallen. I'm just rambling now. I don't know. I have an odd fascination with Ted McGinley and his ability to destroy TV shows. Oddly enough, the one television show that managed to survive the curse of Ted McGinley was Married with Children. Huh. Maybe you can't ruin a ruin. I mean, that show was already kind of a ruin when Ted McGinley showed up. Maybe that's the exception that proves the rule. Anyway, we should probably try and locate a mission and see what's on the menu for this week. Ted McGinley aside, we are not going into the darkest dungeon. Don't worry. Don't shit your pretty little pants about it. We're not going into the darkest dungeon. What do we got here? We have a medium mission for a blighting satchel. Grave robbers only. That's not terrible. We don't have a grave robber, though, because ours got killed. We could go cry and fight the Swine Prince. Interesting, but the team I want to try and take down a Swine Prince with, if we should ever try and decide we want to take down a Swine Prince, would be our team of marking guys with the debuffing Severus Snape. And from a stress perspective, they're not really equipped to go deal with that right now. They need a little time off. What else is available down here in the Warrens? A haste chalice. Bonus speed on the first round. Lowers your stun skill chance, which isn't a problem for us. It's +8 speed on the first round and +1 speed on every other round. We really would prefer to just have some healing trinkets. Oh, Bloody Herb is good, but not... that's intriguing. Wield, what do you got? Garbage. Cove, we don't want to do because it's out of our class. We got 2 medium missions. We could either go to the Warrens and try a medium mission there. You know what we need to do first? Hold on a second. Can we upgrade our guild? We can. So we want to do Instructor Mastery and Training Regimen then. And can we actually...
The wise hero trains for what he will face.
Go ahead, Wayne June. You done telling me I should train? Because I was in the middle of that. I love the fact that you tell me to do things that I'm actively doing. It must be easy to narrate, doesn't it, Wayne June, when that's your paradigm? Just wait for somebody to do a thing and then be like, hey, you know what you should do? You should do that thing you're doing. Like Mr. Burns on Daryl Strawberry in the baseball episode, the softball episode of The Simpsons. He's like, you, Strawberry, hit the home run. And then when he does, he's like, see, I told him to do that. And Smithers is like, oh, excellent strategy, Skip. Yeah. So we've got our skills upgraded to level 3. I think we take Ned Stark and the team back into the ruins. Mostly because I want these deeds. We need them. Blacksmith, Blacksmith also takes deeds, right? Speaking of which, can we upgrade our blacksmith? No, because we need 20 deeds. We got to get our weaponsmithing, I think it is, up to level 2. Our training regimen is now up to 2, so we've got that one satisfied. Instructor Mastery level 2. We need weapon and armor smithing both at level 2 in order to pick up... that's a tough road to hoe. How many deeds is that in total? It's like a lot, right? Yeah, it's like 40 deeds. Okay, we really got to start working the deeds then. That'll be our deciding factor. 5 deeds for that mission. Can anybody top that? I got 5 deeds. Give me 5 deeds. Anybody come on? Give me 6. I got 6 deeds. 6 deeds. Looking for 6. No, 6. How about 5.5? 5.5 deeds. Give me 5. 5. Nope. Got 5 deeds. 5 deeds. Here to the ruins. Going once, twice, 3 times. Sold to Ned Stark and the usual suspects. Let's do this then. Usual suspects going in. We got our appropriate skills handled out. Ned Stark should be better than ever at relieving stress. Yeah, his stress is actually it upgraded when we raised his skill. That's beautiful. Let's provision this. So just a medium mission in the ruins. Nothing fancy. We are going to get a chance to camp one time. First thing and most important thing, we're going to grab some food. Do we want to go 2 full stacks? I think we're just going to try and get by with 20 food. 3 shovels. We come with holy water thanks to our crusader. Anti-venom, bandage, I think 1 medicinal herb. Torches. This is a medium mission, so let's go with our standard 14. 1 key, just in case we come across a secret room. And that's it. Nothing else fancy. Let's do this. Skeletons with high protection are susceptible to blight attacks. Yes, that's why I brought a plague doctor, oddly enough, Ruin. And why none of our people, with the exception of our highwayman, has bleeds. Really, we should swap out our highwayman, because he's kind of a suboptimal pick in this scenario.
And what better place to begin?
Duelist Advance is going to be our opening gambit. So, complete 100% of room battles. Well, we might as well just go this way and hope for some lucky scouts. We got a long way to go. Kleptomania avoids the books, but cannot abide the... Alright, cannot abide the bonus of an unattended pack. You're keeping that reward for yourself. What are you going to do with those medicinal herbs, Ned Stark? You got big plans for the random pile of herbs you found on the floor? If so, I'd love to know what those plans are. 7 damage from Shane with the stab. We are already riposting. Okay, don't let me down, Padme. There's my girl! For once, the little senator from Naboo has delivered the goods, and then what is her reward? She immediately gets a goblet of blood in the face. Let's go for the Jacques. If we can Jacques these guys down, we really want to kind of try and limit their ability to swing at us. Bump in the night. 1 is dead on the riposte. Comes the graveyard slash. Well, we got nothing to answer that, but what we can do, let's throw a stun here. Got him. Beautiful. That's going to buy us an opportunity for stress relief. I'm just going to go ahead and go for the throat slice here from Shane. Start piling on a little blight on this dude. He's not taking any actions this round, so that's some free damage right there. Padme could drop a bomb on him from long range. And there it is. The little senator from Naboo has finally found her groove. I guess boning Anakin Skywalker, she sort of had a how Stella got her groove back moment. She's like, turns out all you got to do is fuck a Jedi, and that groove comes right back, dog. Right back. Who'd have known? Got some... The guy's got real good control. It doesn't, you know, his swordsmanship doesn't just extend to that lightsaber, let me tell you. Those Jedis, they're cocksmen. Is that why they weren't allowed to, you know, like marry and have families? To be like, no, you know, we can't, I'm sorry, we can't do this because we're just too damn good. Once you've had Jedi, you never go back, baby. Once you have Jedi...
With a singular purpose.
I was trying to think of something that rhymes with Jedi so that I could be like, but there really is nothing that rhymes effectively with Jedi. There's no way to make that joke work. It just doesn't have enough joke fuel. Caitlin Stark taking a little bit of unpleasant stress. We're going to get 8 here. We will probably forego damage for stress relief. Stressful incantation, but we got the riposte. 15 stress there is quite a bit. We are starting to really rack it up here. We're going to have to start... And Ned Stark's got to get to work. Padme. My girl, I keep setting him up, and the little senator from Naboo keeps knocking him down. We are not going to beat that guy on a speed roll, which you might be saying, well, Pete, that's all the more reason to have gone not for the damage, but for the kill. But that's actually fatal damage we have applied to that guy. If we're not going to beat him on a speed roll anyway, we could have stunned him. He wouldn't be dead. Oh, we did beat him on a speed roll. We can't hit him, but we beat him on a speed roll. Oh, may as well slash this guy's throat open. Got to bleed. You have fatal damage? No. We're bleeding 3 per, though. Well, that... Okay, the riposte is definitely fatal. We did it! We did it! We got it! Fatal damage! The speed rolls, though! The speed rolls!
Slowly, gently.
Down with blight, and then we can just... Alright, we're going to be stress relieving the rest of this fight away. So, Calgon, who needs to be taken away? We got 2 teams with 55 stress. Let's go ahead and throw the old stress relief attack there. Padme, why don't you drop a little bit of heal here? 7 damage back, starting to look good. Gonna take an axe blade to the face from Ned Stark. Not that big of a deal. We are still riposting, so let's just start throwing some blight at this guy. There's the critical blight. It's nice that blights can critical now. I do appreciate that. In the earliest versions of Darkest Dungeon, blights could not critical. The issue with the critical blight is just it doesn't really do anything. We want to give Ned Stark another chance to go. Let's just Divine Comfort. The critical for the stress relief is nice. I'll take it. 44, 34, 43, and 47. That means Padme gets the bump. And now this guy has fatal damage, so we got to do nothing to him. He dies on his next turn. Ned Stark taking the dead weight. That's fine. You know what? Just move. Just shuffle. I don't want to hit this guy with anything for fear that we'll kill him. Let's go ahead and... I don't want tracking shot. We're just going to shuffle the party around, get the Divine Comfort. Oh, you know what? We're not going to get any stress relief because we're stunned. I suppose it doesn't matter. This guy's dead anyway. And there we go. 2 deeds. Huge. That's 1/10 of our way towards our goal of 20 deeds. So, we're making progress. Party is restored to their proper order. They are. Off we go. That's 1 room battle down and all of the rest of the dungeon to go. But hey, incremental progress. That's what it's all about. We got to think of this. Could we fight fewer? Oh, shit. All right. Surprise are bad. We need stun. Okay, stun delivered. It's got us part way home. We got to try and kill one of these guys as quickly as possible. I'm going to ignore these skeletons in the front. Padme, do it! That's my girl! She's on friggin' fire. Padme has not let us down once yet. The Jacques from Ned Stark puts us halfway home on both of these garbage skeletons. Taking a shot. Stun wears off. Comes the Graveyard Slash. As long as that attack doesn't crit, I'm really not that worried about it. So, let's go here. It's 1 skeleton down. It is going to leave a corpse, unfortunately. Here comes the Tempting Goblet. All right. Padme taking 11 stress. We're going to undo most of that. Let's go for not the stun, but give me some damage here. Toss the Blight. We are going to stress relieve. I think we stress relieve Padme. That's 12 because of the critical on the heal. That's dank. 7 damage from the little Amidala, and that's fatal. All we got to do now is just endure the Graveyard Slashes and see if we can't maybe get another round of healing out of this.
Great is the weapon that cuts.
Yep, no more stress from you. So, how do we want to handle this? What's the appropriate method? I think we just go for the Battlefield Medicine. We're trying to farm a few criticals here. Tracking Shot will probably kill this man. Pretty much anything we do is going to kill this guy. Maybe we just kill him. Let's not give him a chance to stack a bunch of stress on us. We should just take the kill when they're handing it to us. Stun Charm. Bonus stun resist. Penalty to dodge. Well, Ned Stark, we need inventory room, and your dodge is already terrible, so no harm in having you wear that. Put things back, put our house back in order, and onward we go. Ned Stark, put your house back in order, man. Kind of feel like if your House Stark had been in a little better order before you went south to King's Landing, things might have turned out better for you. Once again, we have surprised the enemy, and once again, I don't like it. Padme giving us 5 damage, not as much as we might have hoped for, but we might be able to get the kill. There we go. 1 man down, and the riposte is engaged. Here, I think we go ahead and go for damage. Ordinarily, we might try to get a little cheap stress relief out of this. We could... potentially we get fatal damage. You know what? That's fatal damage. That skeleton never gets to go. Here comes the coral. Also, when he dies from blight damage, he won't leave a corpse, which is going to bring this guy further forward for us, making things convenient. It's a solid little combo. Ned Stark taking an axe blade to the face. No worries there, Ned. We'll patch you up. I think we start getting the blight working on the guy with the high protection value. Little bayonet jab. Shane with the riposte. Okay, just go ahead and go for the... Well, he's not going to bleed. Be a tracking shot, actually. Really wish I'd gotten Shadow Fade. We definitely need to go for a heal here. Ned is getting a little banged up. We need to start patching him up. I think the right play here, though, is definitely go for stress relief, because Ned's not going to be able to really do significant damage to this guy due to his high protection stat, and we've already got some blights churning on him. We whack him with another blight, he's definitely dead. I think we just let Ned stand his ground and do the thing he does, which is make the hard choices, deal with the difficult decisions, and take the repercussions thereof, and we hit this man with another tracking shot. Also, we have a huge damage bonus and a huge accuracy bonus as well. Padme, how about a little group heal? Everybody's a little dinged up. No reason to not undo a few of the dings. It's like after a hailstorm, you gotta take your car in, have a little work done on it. That guy drops dead from blight. And this man is done. Solid work, team. Oh, we're firing on all cylinders. I feel pretty good. The team is gelling nicely. They're so gelling, they're mud gelling. They're making a transatlantic voyage. We're gonna come over here just for the cheap curio. Yep. Well, never mind. Help yourself, Ned. I was really hoping that would be a map. Love it when the kleptomaniacs try and steal and all they get is a map, because the map is still useful when it's in the pack. That's fine. Little hunger prompt there. We're no worries. We got the food. Back this. Check out this box. Stashed heirlooms. Fantastic. We need those. We do need busts. We're going to have to get rid of something. What do we want to ditch here? Something has got to go. Probably the bandage would be the least useful. Take those. We're going to get a little free stress relief here for disarming this trap. Beautiful. Extra 8. It's as if Ned Stark had allayed our fears all by his little lonesome. Take our light level back to 91. That should keep us above 75 as we enter this room. Above 75 is really just sort of your magic number. If you want to stay in high light, above 75 is where we want to be. Scouting, and we're here to complete room battles. No room battle in this room, but 3 curios. We gotta check it out. Oh, so good. No! Ned, please! Don't fuck it up. Alright. Bonus damage until we camp. Fantastic. I think... I know what we use on this. If we cleanse this with medicinal herbs, I just don't remember what our buff is. Do we have anybody who's obsessed with, like, torture? Kleptomaniac, clumsy, God-fearing. We gotta have somebody who's obsessed with torture, right? Nope. What about you? Diurnal, off-guard, gambler, resolute. Nope. Okay. Padme, what do you like? Necromania and satanophobia. Alright, who has the most stress? I believe we get stress relief out of this. And honestly, Ned, you're less likely to stress relieve yourself. So let's just have you cleanse this. 200 gold. Alright, well, it was worth the price of admission. At a minimum, we broke even. Another bit of free stress relief here for Shane. Go away, Shane. Go away. And take our light. I don't know why we burned a torch before we walked in this room. We know for a fact this room is empty. We already scouted it. So we're going to head back. We're going to fight a hallway battle. We do still have a camp as well, but we want to try and conserve that. If we can camp at the end of the dungeon, we will. I don't really want to camp until I feel like I need it, and I don't really feel like I need it right now. We're doing pretty well. All things considered, we're making pretty solid progress. 69 light level. Well, I mean, if ever there was a light level for an orgy, 69 would be that light level. Let's just try and burn these guys down. We're probably going to hit with the tempting goblet in all likelihood. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Little tempting goblet. We need to get this man dead, and then we will try and undo that stress with Ned Stark. Beautiful dodge from the big man. Padme, go ahead and just kill this one. There it is. I like it. Padme, I appreciate your contributions to the team. Ned, give me the J'accuse. Ned with the straight-up J'accusation kill. That's fatal damage for our skeleton friend. Let's hope everybody beats him on a speed roll. Get a little extra healing for the Starkster here. Drop a couple on him. You know what? Just restore your party order. We don't actually need to have you do anything. We get a little bonus healing here. 6 extra for Ned. Can the whole team beat him on speed? They can around the horn. It's as if the enemy surprised us. Little free stress relief. And he's dead. Fantastic work, guys. That was I mean, we couldn't have scripted that fight better, really. Still traveling on. Another backpack. You gonna steal that one too? All right. Get trolled, Ned Stark. The map is still useful. It didn't show us what's in that room, though. That's really weird. I mean, we know there's a room battle there, but it didn't show us the contents of the room. Now who got trolled? Our secret room! We have done it. This is good. All right, so we can get rid of, like, almost the last bit of Shane's stress here. We do want to try and burn a torchlight. Our light is getting a little bit low. We'll go back up to Radiant. Another hunger prompt. How are we doing on food? A little slim. So we can get some fat ducats here. Let's get the fat ducats. Toss the holy water in. Take the cash. That was well worth it. 3 onyx and a sapphire. That's a buttload of cashables right there. We're in this room. I think we go check out our secret room without a doubt. We're coming down this way anyway. We've got secret room, curio. We also have a hallway battle, which is a little unfortunate. We could camp here. But, you know, I don't really feel like we need to camp. I think we're okay. Ancient artifact. Skeleton key has opened that. There's another 7,500 gold. This key's going on the ground in favor of the puzzling trapezohedron. Let's hit these other curios. How are we doing on shovels? We still have, you know, we probably have enough shovel. Let's smash the case and see what's inside. We're racking up some loot here. We're going to burn both of these torches just so we can, we're full up on a stack of onyx, huh? 500 gold, though. Anti-venom, I'm sorry. I mean, that's basically a trade. That anti-venom cost us as much as we just sacrificed to pick up that onyx, but it's already a sunk cost. For the anti-venom, we cannot afford to get rid of anything else that we still have. We need the food. Everything else is way more valuable. I don't want to risk taking a bunch of stress for a shovel in favor of 4 crest. The shovel is way more important. Even if we don't necessarily wind up needing the shovel, we still kind of need the shovel. How can you need something you don't need, Pete? That doesn't make any sense at all. You're full of shit. Well, you're not wrong. I am full of shit. I'm so full of shit I can smell it when I brush my teeth, but... Do we go for the... You know what? Yeah. Padme drop a bomb on him. Didn't quite get the job done. Got us most of the way home. I think we just... Let's go ahead and light kill him. We could have tried to work over the front ranks earlier to save ourselves a little damage, but it's really just damage. I'm more worried about taking a critical from that guy than anything else. Speaking of shots, there's the Jacques from Ned Stark with the 1-shot kill. Now we start piling Blight on the Bone Protector. A little extra damage. Our friend in the rear, remember, is dead, and that guy's fatal as well. This is good, man. That was a... What more could we have asked for? It was almost the perfect fight. The only way it could have gone better is if we had won a speed roll with Ned Stark there and gotten a little free stress relief for our trouble. Don't really need that key. Let's burn another torch just to keep our light level as high as possible. Room battle in here for sure. A lot of stress, team. Okay. Oh, we forgot to... Shit. We were not in the appropriate party order, and that's going to cost us. We should have had Shane one back from the front. This is not good. Yeah, we're going to eat a lot of stress here. 15 from the incantation. Here comes the tempting goblet. Padme's going to pick up a little bit as well. All right, only 11, though. We do have the bleed on this guy, which is nice. He's taking 6 more, but that still is not fatal damage. We are also could have gotten a kill there had we been riposted. 8 damage from Padme. That sets us up. It sets us up for a kill here with our Plague Doctor. Caitlin Stark, the Red Widow, can go for the double plague damage. That's going to be fatal damage on the tempting guy with the Goblet of Blood. 2 damage from the Bone Rabbles, no big deal. Also lets us get started on this Cultist Acolyte. Ooh, yep, okay, gonna go now. Eldritch Pull, no big deal. Didn't even, okay, Eldritch Pull is so much better for us than anything else she could have hit us with. It's not a stressful incantation is really all we care about. And this fight is over. We are going to get a little bit of group heal, just so we can try and farm those crits for the stress relief. We got an extra 4 out of it, and then whoever has the most stress is getting a directed stress. Looks like Padme. And pull 8 off of her. And this guy can drop dead on the start of his own turn. Even if he wins a speed roll here, he's screwed. You have fatal damage, right? You're bleeding 10 per, so let's, I don't know, throw a heal. Don't kill him. We're just going to sit here and watch him die. Bandage can stay on the floor. Let's restore our party order because we clearly forgot to do that last time. We want to fix that. What's in the suit of armor? Armor protects the hero with the knightly aura. All right. Did that replace our other buff? It did not. Bonus protection, bonus damage. Ah, man, Ned Stark is tooled up to beat the band, though. Never understood the whole beat the band thing. Why would you want to beat a marching band? What did they ever do to you? Why do you always got to beat the band? I mean, the kids in the band, don't they got a bad enough rap already? I mean, they're already the kids in the band. Why you got to bring extra hate on them? What did they do to earn your ire? And see, this is why we kept that shovel hanging on. Could have thrown that shovel on the ground. Would the 200 gold that we would have gotten been worth the stress that we just took? Absolutely not. And this is likely going to be our last room battle, which is good because we're getting a little low on food here. I do want to try and have enough so that we can camp and get the sweet stress relief at end of mission. We have surprised the enemy, which always fears me with loathing and dread. We want to try and get at least one of these archers killed, because if we take like back-to-back criticals from those archers, we're going to be in deep shit. The critical from Padme Amidala. She's bringing the heat, though. Big stress relief. You know what? Let's try and stun this guy. There it is. Okay, we can work him over now. These graveyard slashes are coming at us. This is just damage. Barring a critical, we're going to take no stress from that. Little bump in the night. Dead to the riposte. Beautiful. Let's just go ahead and cut the throat here. Nicely done. Shane with the KO. We can get started on this guy. Start piling on some blight. We can have Padme drop some bombs on him from the back rank. And the rest of our time is really just going to be focused on having Shane grind down some stress here. Or not Shane, but Ned Stark. Worried about taking criticals from that coral, because those do hurt. 30, 31, 30. All right. Looks like you're the winner. Just keep piling it on. That should be fatal damage if this blight sticks. It is, in fact, fatal damage, so we will switch party position. And we'll go for the group heal. No criticals. All right, well, you know, stress relief is stress relief. You got to take it where you can get it. Picked up an anti-venom and 225 gold. Check out the contents of this chest. Man, this dungeon has been going nicely for us. Nicely. Okay, fortune a shovel. We're going to leave the shovel. Theoretically, we could have maxed our light level because we only have one room to go. And taken that shovel instead. Every backpack in the dungeon, huh, Ned? All right, what'd you keep? 2 food and 200 gold. We should probably get rid of Ned's kleptomania, because it is really costing us at this point. He's definitely stolen more than we would have paid to have gotten rid of that quirk, I think. A little disarm there, a little free stress relief. I will take it. Max light level. We have scoured almost this entire dungeon, and this fight is the last fight. I really hate surprising the enemy. I just... It's so oft-times a bad value proposition. Let's go for the tempting goblet guy just because he's going to be easier to kill. That's my girl, Padme Amidala. You know what? I'm crediting Padme with the easy cheese on this run. It's all... Padme is the bringer of cheese. When she's firing, we're doing great. It's when she's missing those shots that we're struggling. Graveyard slash. 4 damage for Caitlin Stark. Nothing like she took at the Red Wedding, so she can endure that. Little push, take a riposte. We resisted the move. That's beautiful. We could try and pile... I mean, we could get fatal damage. You know what? Yeah. Give me fatal damage on this guy. The blight will remove his corpse. We can bump him forward and maybe have Shane slice the throat. Yeah, no dice. That's okay. There's plenty of throat up here to slice in the front. That's fatal damage as well. 2 guys going down. We're leaving no corpse left behind. Let's have Padme go for the damage. Didn't quite get us home. We could J'accuse for the kill here. Do we want to go for the stress relief? Odds are, if we don't kill this man, we take more stress than we stand to relieve. And there was... Okay, and we got 3 for killing him. So we would have gotten 8. But the potential negative consequences of that are just too extreme. And we don't need torches anymore, so let's throw those on the ground. Take this portrait. Do we want the 250 gold? Well, way more than we want this worthless anti-venom, so let's take that. Dungeon complete. We are going to continue adventuring, however, and we're going to go for the end of dungeon camp. Eat our repast, get our stress relief. So good. This dungeon turned out to be fantastic. Can we prevent nighttime ambush? Anybody? Bandit's sense. All right. Most important, we prevent nighttime ambush. We'll spend whatever time we have to doing that. Now, let's try and get rid of the rest of this stress. Stand tall. Or we could zealous speech. Gets rid of 15 from everybody. Totally worth it. That takes Ned down to 2. And then we're going to encourage you. And that leaves us with 1 time with which I'm pretty sure we can do nothing. But look at this. We went into this dungeon. We're walking out with a buttload of cash and 2 stress. This is a solid mission right here, team. Fantastic. The usual suspects firing it on all cylinders, baby. Racing that big V4 engine of theirs. Do 4 cylinders come in a V pattern? Probably not. I got a V4 in this baby. I've never heard anybody say that. Look at that loot, though. Almost 20,000 in cash and prizes. Picked up a blighting satchel for our trouble, and more importantly, overall, 9 deeds on just this mission alone. That's closing us in on an upgrade. And rank 3 for resolve for everybody. No negative quirks received, no diseases. So good. So good. The usual suspects are tearing it up. All stress relief activities are free. Town Fair may be the best event we have ever seen. So what are we going to do? Well, since Ned and the crew are basically stress-free, I think we take them in next time, and literally everyone else we can stick in any kind of stress event, they all go. So, Nick Bradshaw, what will you do? You have a torn rotator cuff, but other than that, you're up for anything. You got a lot of stress. We can't flagellate because somebody's Independence Hall. Let's take you to the brothel, then. Actually, we may have somebody who will only go to the brothel. Maud, are you Dark Temptation? What does that do? Prone to investigating dark off. Believe you're possessed by demons. So, Maud, get drunk. Oh, you know what, Maud? Gamble. Maud's going to go gambling. Let's see here. Nick, you're going to hit the brothel. Who else really needs some stress relief? Snape is in a bad way. What do you like to do, Snape? Doesn't really matter for you. All right, then. We're going to take you. I would love to have Snape flagellate, but instead I think we'll have him go to the cloister and meditate. Henry Blake could pray to a higher power. Get anybody else we might want to have pray. Maud is drinking. Sure. Wash. You might as well get rid of some of your stress. Is Wash our best bet? Honestly, Henry Blake needs it more. Swap him out. The light is the one true power, saith Henry Blake. Is that... we want to make sure we've got every slot. Of course, we have the caretaker in 1. Somebody could go drinking. Brody, maybe? Nicholas Brody go drinking? Maud's busy. We could have Wash get a drinky poo. Rita could get a little drink on. How much stress have you got, Rita? 45. How much stress has our boy Nicholas Brody got? Only 31. 35, only 38. Well, Rita Morgan, all right, get your drink on, girl. Make it a double and keep them coming. That's my kind of girl. She's two-fisting it with the liquor. I love that. She wouldn't have to two-fist it with Perfidious Pete because I'm not that well endowed. She could probably get by with like a half-fist, really. But half-fisted or not, I'm wrapping this one up. This was a great episode for us. This week went really well, which means next week we're probably going to have a total party wipe. If you want to see that happen, hey, might drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. And you can also subscribe if you want to make sure and see that happen. Get those videos pumped right to your YouTube feed. Right now, though, I'm going to just enjoy the fact that for once, not everything ended in tragedy. And just take the W where they come. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.